Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your host from Fundraise, the fundraising platform actually built by nonprofiteers. Today we're jumping right into a 2026 crash course on DIY donor stewardship. We're going to look at how you can build totally sustainable funding without needing some massive sprawling team. Let's get right into it.
So to kick things off, let's look at this massive paradigm shift. Julie Ordonez put this perfectly on our nonprofit podcast recently. She said, "Don't limit yourself to just focusing on money. This isn't actually about money. This is about changing the world." And it's so true, right? True stewardship isn't about treating your supporters like ATMs just so you can hit a quota. It's really about building a dynamic, passionate community around your specific cause.
All right, Section 1, the 4 core benefits of stewardship. Seriously, why does this matter so much? Well, if you work in a nonprofit, you already know the absolute pain of donor churn. It is exhausting. But proper stewardship, that's the cure to get you off that endless treadmill. Because when you do this right, it triggers this incredible chain reaction. First, you get deep donor engagement, where you're really nurturing a true sense of belonging. Then, that belonging translates directly into sustainable, recurring growth, meaning you turn those unpredictable revenue spikes into a solid, reliable foundation. Over time, that consistency builds greater depth for your brand, which ultimately leads to organic evangelization. That's a fancy way of saying your casual supporters literally transform into hardcore advocates for your mission. It's an absolute game changer.
Moving on to Section 2, the 5 steps to a DIY stewardship plan. So, how do we actually execute this in the real world? Well, the best part is that these are totally evergreen strategies you can use right now, using tools you probably already have.
So here's your playbook. Step 1, know thy donors. You've got to segment them by gift size, frequency, or, personal preferences. Step 2, engage and captivate. Have some fun with it. Host events, or maybe even send them on a virtual scavenger hunt. Step 3, show the love. Basically, continuously express your gratitude. Do not just thank them once and then completely ghost them. Step 4, cultivate lasting love by actively asking for their feedback. And finally, Step 5, measure and iterate.
But here is the kind of harsh reality of that 5th step. A shocking 85% of nonprofits collect data, but then just let it sit in a digital drawer gathering dust somewhere. And another 10%, they don't even collect data at all. That means only 5% are actually using their data to make decisions. Please, for the love of fundraising, be in that 5%. Don't let your hard-earned data just go to waste. Which brings us to Section 3, Stewardship Best Practices. Let's run through a couple of rapid-fire rules of thumb to make all of this actually work for a busy nonprofit professional.
Okay, the absolute most crucial point here is your tooling. On one hand, you have a proper nonprofit CRM. It's automated, it tracks birthdays, it logs giving preferences, and if it's fundraise, it's actually built by nonprofiteers. On the other hand, you have Excel. It's messy, it's incredibly time-consuming, and honestly, please never mention spreadsheets in our presence. Seriously though, utilizing an all-in-one platform like Fundraise is the ultimate way to execute this and make everything run practically on autopilot.
So that leaves us with one final question for you. Are you ready to raise more? If you want to dive deeper into these strategies, you've got to click the link in the description below to read the full DIY donor stewardship article on our blog over at fundraise.org. Go check out the platform, get your stewardship plan in motion, and let's go change the world together. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.